Hello everyone. The story I'm going to share today is the righteous governor helping a crazy woman. In the Song Dynasty, there was a governor named Wang Han. He was a governor in Zhang State, which was well known as a problem state. The previous governor handled things strictly, but Wang Han worked out the problems with compassion and tolerance. All things in the state were managed smoothly. There was a crazy lady in the state that kept appealing the previous governor with her grievances. But because her rambling was too disordered, nobody could understand her. Thus, previous governor had always ignored her pleas and even sent his men to beat her. Previous governors considered her insane and chased her away from the courts. When Wang Han accepted his post, the lady came again. Wang Han's men tried to beat her off as before, but Wang Han stopped them and took the lady to his office, talking to her patiently. At first, he had no idea what she was saying, but slowly he caught an inkling of sense in her blathering. Wang Han poured a cup of hot water for her and asked her to calm down. The lady tried to speak slowly, and after several times, Wang Han finally understood the whole story. The lady was originally someone's first wife, but because she didn't give birth to a baby like the second wife, she was chased out of the house after her husband died. Furthermore, the second wife took over all the properties from her husband. She appealed multiple times for help, but nobody listened to her. In the end, she simply turned furious. Wang Han gave the case a thorough examination before telling the second wife to return part of her property. The lady's health improved greatly from justice being done, and she eventually learned how to speak clearly again. The local officials and people all praised Wang Han. Wang Han told them, being an official, one must be responsible for the people he works for. Always think about others first. Others are hungry like you are hungry. Others are drowning like you are drowning. When one sees people suffering, one cannot stand idly but give a callous heart. This short story reminds me of today's society. Corruption has become a commonplace, and it seems abnormal not to be corrupt or promiscuous, because that is what considered normal nowadays. How many honest officials are there? From village chiefs in rural areas to central government leaders, corruption is rampant at every level. Not to mention being responsible for the people. Even a healthy person who collapsed and is taken to the emergency room will quickly have their organs removed and be declared dead if they don't have an official backing them up. How many parents are increasingly worried that their children will be kidnapped and killed on their way home from school every day, or have their organs sold, let alone take legal action? Can today's disaster be mere coincidence? Of course, there are indeed many good people who can still uphold justice and have a conscience in such a terrible environment. These people are truly blessed. After the purification of human beings by God, these good people will live happier than ever before, and their lifespans will be certainly beyond 100 years old. Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching stories will be ready for you if you just subscribe it. Thank you again.